he hangs up, then we're trying to do this. And I'm telling you right now, this is beyond the scope of craziness. We have tried, Elon's on. Hi, Elon. How are you? We have tried 5 times to get Mr. Butch up here. No joke. On live with me. Hi, Greg. Elon's on. We can't do it. We tried 5 times just right now to get Mr. Butch up live. He got a new phone. His other phone was not compatible. That's why he could not get up, everybody. So now he has a new phone, and we still can't get up. It won't let it just, we don't know. Hi, Ray. How are you? So we're just sitting here trying to fit. That's what we were doing for like an hour, trying to get him up, constantly trying to get him up, and to no avail. We just couldn't do it. So we had to surrender to it because it was just, we didn't know what to do. We kept trying and trying and trying and trying. And so everybody, I fell asleep, and then I was just tired, everybody. I had a rough day. Like, I just really, this day was, I didn't put my earrings in because actually I'm in this lounge mode here. No, I ain't gotten. Elon's itching for ghost stories. Let me think of some while I'm sitting here talking. I don't know if I got any. But so does anybody know how the hell Mr. Butch can get up on here live? We have tried so much. We don't know what to do. He's got a new phone, everything, and to no avail. He cannot still go live. I don't have any ghost story. I'm good, honey. You doing good today? Yes. What do you have, Elon? What idea you got? He's finally on here, but I mean to go on the John says, "Damn you, old." Oh God, here we go. Saggy as you can't make this stuff up. Jesus, take the wheel. Well, that's okay. We ain't worried about it. How's everybody doing, everybody? How's everybody doing? Oh shit. I just like I said, you might have to collab. Elon, we're going to keep it cool tonight. I don't even know. Butch says, I know we will make it happen. We will make it happen, everybody. I wanted to surprise everybody and have Mr. Butch come up. It's been a hell of a day, everybody. Mr. Butch been in the hospital all day. You can tell Mr. Butch in the comments. You know what? Because I'm about to lay some smack down because I am really not in the mood, dude. I'm gonna put a fist on it in a minute, and because I'm serious, I've had one of those days, okay, John, that you better just get the hell up out of here and leave me the heck alone, because I'm God smack serious. I am not in the mood. I'm a sweet lady, but I am actually I'm not in the mood for bullshit. So take your oil, take your goddamn olive oil, whatever you gotta do, and get the fuck up out of this magical mystery ride, because I am seriously not in the mood. Okay. Oh my God. And I'm a nice woman, and my eyes are about to turn red. Well, yeah, he's in the comments, everybody. I tried to get him up live. We tried 5 times, everybody. I'm not in, right. I have something to make it work. I have, okay, he has 10. Okay, well, Mr. Butch is about to put whoop ass up on you, John. He has a 10-pound sledge, he said. We're not in the mood, John. Take your bullshit elsewhere. Mr. Butch is about ready to put that 10-pound sledge up on your gosh damn head, and I'm about to put my damn claws in you. Leave us alone. Oh my gosh, this isn't even funny. We're about to smack you up in a minute. I've had one of those. Listen, everybody, it's not funny. Thank God I have off tomorrow, because I don't even know. See, okay, everybody, Mr. Butch has been in the hospital all day today. All day. Okay? It's not funny. All right? I had a day. Why do you think you didn't hear from me after work? I had a day. We're not in the mood for this bullshit. We're trying to be peace, love, and fair and people on here, but I'm about to smack. Oh, no, I ain't going on no damn date with him. I'll throw my gosh damn wig in his face. But everybody, everybody was wondering why I wore my wig this morning is because I have some of my products in my hair and my hair is braided. I will let my real hair out tomorrow and have the wave going on it. So that's why. I've only seen you for 19 seconds and I'm obsessed. MC says I'm obsessed. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Stop it. I'll wipe you in a minute. How about that? And I'm not even a mean person. So just cool yourself, okay? How do you wipe your ass? That's exactly how I wipe mine. Oh, what's your... No, we ain't in the mood for John tonight. He can just take an ever-loving fucking hike up out of this place here. We are not listening to... Because Mr. Butch says he has the sledgehammer and he's ready. And he just got out of the hospital. What are you doing to Mr. Butch? He's got a damn sledgehammer. Thank you, Chubby. I look like an old math teacher. Thank you. Oh, you didn't see that, Elon? You didn't see what he was saying? No, I'm not married, Hector. Why, do you want to marry? Oh, you know what? I've had it with your dumb ass. You're gone. I can't deal with your fucking ass. You are up and out of here forever. Get out of here. Don't come back. How about that? We're not in the mood for your bullshit. So anyhow, everybody, I just like I said, I wanted Mr. Butch to come up to say hi to all of you so you can see him and everything. We tried 5 times. How do you get people up on live? We have really tried everything, everybody. What do we do? What's the next steps, everybody? Can anybody tell us? Yeah, we ain't playing with this. No. He was doing too much mean stuff. I tried, Elon. That's what I tried to do. I said a live collab. That's what I did. Exactly. And he's probably back. John probably got about 10 different. I know for a fact he has 10, probably 5 or 6 different. I sent him the link. He clicked on the link and we couldn't see, he couldn't see me and I couldn't see him. It was dark. We just couldn't see each other. And then I could hear his voice and he can hear mine. But it wouldn't let us, it said not, he couldn't come up at the time. So that's what happened. But everybody, I'll just tell you how my day is. I don't know, everybody. I'm just like, so yeah, we don't know. He got a brand new phone in it because his other phone was not compatible with nothing. It was just, that's what they said. His phone was not compatible with anything. John, I see right there's John right there, JM, and I know that's you, John. And there's John right there too. What's my favorite? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. What the heck is going on here? Mr. Butch, are you still on? Now, everybody, you're all fighting and everything. And guess what? Mr. Butch just got out of the hospital. He was in the hospital all day. And yous are all fighting like this. I'm serious. I didn't even put my, I came and I'm going to show you everybody something, okay? I love puzzles so much, everybody. Yes, I do love the LGBTQ community. I love everybody. Everybody's welcome on this channel. He, well, his sugar level would not go down. And as you all know, Mr. Butch had a very, very serious operation about what, 4 weeks ago, was it? Where it was very critical and they removed a lot of cancer out of his body. And so now what is happening is that he's getting ready to get his chemotherapy treatments, but they gotta adjust his sugar level is beyond very high. Mr. Butch, can you tell him Mr. Butch is in the comments. See, this is why I wanted him to come up with me. Is there any buttons? Does you see any buttons, Mr. Butch, that you can come up live with me? Or is there anything that I can invite somebody to come up live with me? Is there a button on here that I could do that, everybody? Does anybody know that? But he had pancreatic cancer, everybody. And he's fighting the good fight, and he's staying strong. He had to have some other things removed. And Mr. Butch is such a wonderful, good man, good human, everybody. And so he has to keep fighting. He has to keep going. He has to, so he was in the hospital all day, and we tried to get, he even went after he got out of the hospital, he went and got another phone. Well, went to get the phone fixed, and they said no, it's not even, there's no apps, there's no nothing. Oh, and so Mr. Butch isn't tech savvy, so we didn't meet so I can see what's going on with the phone, because I am tech savvy, but I gotta look at the phone to see what's going on. And so I'm going to show you this really cool thing that I got at Goodwill. It's brand new, because I love, love, love this so much. Hold on a minute, everybody. Just give me a second. I got to adjust. Hold on. Everybody. I'm adjusting. So, when I went to Goodwill yesterday, everybody, I got this really amazing brand new puzzle by Edward Gorey. And Edward Gorey, he makes these beautiful art pieces, like, and turns them into puzzles. And look at this. This is absolutely amazing. It's 1,000 pieces. It's brand new. And I'm so excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store when I got this. It was brand new, actually, and it was never, ever, ever used. I cannot wait to put this masterpiece together. And it's awesome, right? So is anybody ever, and it's really interesting. It's a piece of art, but on the back, it tells the story of this piece of art here. Oops, sorry. Let me turn around. Of this. So who wants to put this puzzle together with me, everybody? Who wants to put this masterpiece together with me? I would love somebody to put this masterpiece together with me. Okay, what's Elon saying? Did John Paul do first you get... I didn't, you know what? He didn't do anything. I don't know what happened. See, there was somebody on here calling me the N-word, everybody. And so his comments were in between John Paul's. And I must have accidentally hit, for John Paul to the account to be hidden. I don't know if that must be what happened. I have no idea. But I didn't mean to hide his account. I don't even know how to how do you unhide it? I mean, I meant for the other person that was calling me the N-word. So it wasn't him that I was trying to hide. It was the other person that was calling me bad names. And so I don't know how to fix it. I really don't even know how to even, because we've been looking for him and wondering where John Paul is at. And we have no idea. And that's what I'm thinking, but I don't even... Really, VP? Oh my goodness. And this is so amazing, because for an adult, a puzzle that is actually an art piece, this is by far the most amazing puzzle that I have seen. It's really interesting. The characters are doing all kind of crazy things on here. I wanted to show you. This lady's about to hit somebody over the head with a rock. Do you see that? This lady's about to hit somebody over the head with a rock. This man ripped up his contract. I mean, it's really interesting when you look at this puzzle and the art of everything that's going on with it. It's really interesting, really. It really truly is. Hi. Hi, honey. Well, how do you do that, Elon, on here? I mean, we're just learning how to work this damn YouTube. I have no where do I go? Where do I go and into what settings to where do I go? I mean, honest to God, I am being serious. We have no we don't even have. I'm here trying to get him to. Yes, I'm going to frame this one because this one is really neat. I'm going to frame that one. But normally I don't unless there's something really special. But this is really, really a piece of art that I definitely am going to frame. I'm going to put a. Okay. Okay, I'll look into that after I guess the show's over. Because I don't think you can do all this live. I mean, it'll just mess up the video. But I will go into the settings. Yeah, I already have that because that's where I check to see the stats and everything of how everything's going with the channel is in the YouTube settings. But I didn't mean to do that. I really didn't. He was in between somebody calling me bad names. So I've had the shits of it. Yeah. I'll look in the settings because I was in this. Yeah, I'll look in there because somebody last night I was asking them to. But I mean, I didn't mean to do it. We were looking for him, and I was just wondering what happened to him or whatever. We didn't know if he got mad at us or what. But so I'll have to definitely go in there and we'll YouTube it. But yeah, so that's what everybody. So so I had one of those days today, and that's why you didn't hear from me. And so, but everything's all right. Everything will be fine. I mean, there's nothing to complain about, right? Because see, I'm the type of person where, if I'm in a like, hold on a minute, I gotta find something. Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. I'm sitting on something. I gotta find something here. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm dropping stuff, everybody. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Okay, man. I have no idea. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to find. Okay, I can't find it. Whatever. It's just. Oh, but or try. Yeah, I will. After I get off here, I'm gonna fix it. I'll look for it some way somehow. I'll look for it and try to find it and see what's going on with it. But how's everybody's day going? What did everybody do today? I mean, it's Manic Monday, right? How was everybody's Monday? So, and oh, everybody, thank you for going to work with me this morning, right along to work with me this morning. I mean, I normally have like close to 600 strong going to work with me every morning so far. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. No, I'm not from the Dominicans. I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm a hometown girl. I'm just a small town girl. I, I, here's the thing. I normally do vote. I'm an independent voter, everybody. And I'm so sick. I think us independent voters are so sick of the backbite that's going on that I just don't know. I just don't know if I'm going to hold my vote or if I am going to vote. I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I'm an independent voter and I'm still on the fence of who to vote for. So I'll just be honest with you about that. I'm on the fence of who to vote for, everybody, because I'm nervous both ways. So, I'm all about peace, love, and compassion, and I'm just really nervous about different things because I've experienced, you know, I mean, I'll be honest, everybody. Like, see, I've experienced something, and but the key element is I don't take it out on every person. Now, this is just me, and I'm just speaking about what I encountered, and I'm not swaying anybody of voting for anybody less than the other person. I'm just expressing exactly what I went through. I almost got attacked, and it was, I mean, I'm being brutally honest here, everybody, and and it was by two Trump people. Okay, after Trump got elected, all right, the first time I was in actually the Goodwill store, and I was trying on this jacket, and these two Trump women were getting ready to attack me. And if I wasn't a strong woman, a confident woman to back them up, they would have attacked me. But guess what? I don't back down from nobody. I don't give a fuck if there's 5, 10, or 15 people. I don't back down from nobody. And I put them in their place, just put it that way. But so they started with me out of nowhere, and I didn't even do anything to them because of the color of my skin. So I am really shaken up about that, because they actually the people at the, okay, so I was at the back of the store when they were harassing me, and I went to the dressing room. I just ignored them. I went to the dressing room, and they pounded on the dressing room to try to harass me, two of them. So I opened the dressing room, and I was about to whoop some fucking ass, if you want to know what I'm saying. I don't back down from nobody. I never will. I'll give you the hell of a fight, but I will not back down from nobody. And so the thing is, I am a law-abiding citizen. I carry a firearm. I could have protected myself, but no, I made sure that my fist was ready to defend myself. So they actually got kicked out of the store because people working there saw this happening. So they did get kicked out. But so it really frightens me that I mean, I'm speaking of truth of what happened to me. So I I am in fear so deeply of if even more sinister things happening to people of my color, that it scares me really bad. It really does. It really scares me. I'm not saying that um I think that each person, Kamala has her strengths and her weaknesses, and so does Donald Trump. And I think Trump's weakness is that there's so many people that follow him that are so unhinged, and so I don't even know what to say. I mean, they are so scary. And from what happened to me, I mean, I'm telling you God's truth Bible of what happened to me. Um, I can't imagine. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm just, you vote for who you want to. I have to sit and think about this. What was our country safer with Trump? Perhaps it was, because I think a lot of the leaders, the foreign leaders, really feared Trump because, they probably thought he was deranged or something. Who knows? But I don't think Kamala Harris is going to tolerate the bullshit of other countries. I mean, I don't even know I don't know what to do. I'm just praying. I just pray every day, right? Elon, you will vote because you are for Trump, and you are for Trump. But I am in deep concern. I mean, I'm to the point where I may not vote because if I know what happened to me, everybody, and I could have gotten hurt very badly. I really could have, by these two women. I could have gotten hurt really badly if I wasn't a strong woman, if I wasn't a confident woman to stand my ground. Do you know what I mean? I could have really gotten hurt. So I am not lying to you, everybody, or they could have gotten hurt because I had my firearm to protect myself. Now they did not know this. So they could have gotten hurt because I could have pulled out my firearm and to protect myself from these two women that were trying to hurt me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, I think that there's a lot of, and I'm not saying all of Trump people, because I know a lot of Trump people that are nice people. I have friends that are Trump people. I have friends that are Kamala Harris people, and I like everybody. Everybody. I try to, I'll meet me in the middle. I like everyone. But when you're coming at people that did nothing to you with such hate and racism and vileness, I didn't do anything to them. As a matter of fact, I even said hi to them. You know what I mean? Because they were just walking right past me, and I said, "Oh, hi." So they're the ones that came at me with such hate and vileness for no reason at all. But I I experienced this, so I mean, I would not lie about something like that. So, other people, I'm sure, have experienced even worse than I did. I'm sure there's other people that weren't carrying a protection to protect yourself, you know? So I am really nervous of that, because, there is some people out there, everybody, that are very vilely racist, that really, if you are, or if you are gay, if you were black, if you were Jewish, if you're Jewish, um it's really scary. Even Jewish people, they have got to be very, very careful. It's not just, us black people. It's people of, you know any kind of race, and it's really scary. It's beyond scary, everybody. It's beyond scary. So, you know I just don't know what to say. I'm just scared for our country. I'm really scared for us humans, because we're a mess right now. Our country is got we are fighting one another like cats and dogs, everybody. And it's just scary. It's just scary. But I think that if anybody encounters people like this, you got to stand your ground, because bullies will try to push you. But I stood my ground up against two people that were trying to harm me seriously for no reason at all, and I'm not joking you. And so, um, I just cannot even imagine what is going to happen after this election is over. I can't even imagine. I'm God serious, because there's too much hatefulness out there. Everybody, we're not in this together. We're not, and other countries see that we are not in this together. We're fighting one another. We're racism. We're hatefulness. Um, it's really sad. It really is. I mean, yes, none of us like the immigrants coming to our country, um, and just plopping down. We can't go to any country in this world. As an American, we cannot go to Canada and plop down. We cannot go to any country on this earth and just plop down and go, here we are. We cannot do that. That's not fair to our country. It really isn't. It's not fair. I get that. But don't take it out on people that are here, that are working, um, that are living, that are just like everybody else, trying to make a living, right? But they're Jewish, but they're black, but they're Asian. Even the Asian population has got to be careful. It is that scary. And if it happened to me, it can happen to anybody. And I'm serious. I could have gotten hurt. They could have killed me. They could have hurt me. I really don't know what could have happened to me. But if it, I would have definitely, um, I would have definitely protected myself. You know what I mean? If I had to, if it got to that point. But that's scary, everybody. And I'm being God serious. And I know, Elon, you like Trump, but I, I'm encouraging everybody to look at big pictures of 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 everything serious that could go wrong in this country, amongst even your own relatives. You know, especially if you're Jewish, if somebody is gay, if somebody is um Chinese, you know what I mean, or Asian, or anything like that, of a different, you don't know what could happen. Look what happened to me. Look what almost happened to me. And I had to stand my ground up against two people who were going to hurt me. Don't play like this, everybody. I am seriously all about peace, love, and compassion, and I need to see this out of people. And I'm God serious. I mean, you have no idea. Right? I wish we could just have true freedom, but I also wish everybody, not just so much true freedom. I just wish that we could all get along and agree that, okay, there's people that are Democrats, there's people that are Republicans, and why can't people just get along, right? We can't seem to do this, everybody. And that's why I'm an independent voter. I don't want in a box of being a Republican. I don't want in a box of being a Democrat. I think both sides are really twisted up in knots. I mean, it's both sides that are fucked up. And us independent people with a vision that's very broad, and we don't look at, well, you're Democrat or you're Republican, I don't want to work with you. Us independent people look at, um, us independent voters look at both sides and go, I want to work with you. We independent people, we're all about working together, right? And what I am seeing with Republicans and Democrats is we don't want to work with each other. Us independent people want to work with one another. And it's sad that we don't have somebody that's a true independent person in there that wants to work with both sides. No bullshit, no nothing. We just want to shake hands with each side and work together to build this country and to make this country strong and better than what it is now. Because right now, what I'm seeing, we're not, this is a mess. We are messed up right now. We're fighting one another like cats and dogs. We're backbiting one another. We're treating one another bad. The Republicans and the Democrats are beyond just getting crazy on one another like there's no tomorrow. Badger says the problem in the world is good versus evil, and what do you expect here in America? We, as a country, have turned, it's we have turned our back on God, definitely. Yes, people have died. Our and this and everybody, you got to figure, you know, our soldiers, and people, even our, we're all actually immigrants of this United States, and our ancestors, no matter if you're white, you're black, you're Jewish, you're Asian, our ancestors came here, right? And they built this country, and they died building this country. And what we're seeing right now, right, is a country that is, we're really a mess, everybody. We got to get foothold here. We done took God out of everything. We took God out of if you think about this, everybody, and and I'm not preaching because I'm not a preacher, but do you realize God is not even in the church anymore? I'm surprised God is even still in the Bible at this point in time. We done took God is not even in the churches anymore. When people go to church, listen, I'm religious, but I'm not overly. I believe in God, but I believe in my own way of thinking about the Lord and what's happening. But do you realize that these churches nowadays are all about the money? They don't even talk about God. They're talking about inspiring you. They're talking about you go to church and it's like a wealth building ceremony, a serum, right? It's like you go to church and they're talking about building wealth. They're talking about just stuff that they're inspirational, which isn't bad, but they're not about the Bible, everybody, and what's in the Bible. They don't even talk about the Lord. They talk about inspiring you to become wealthy. They talk about inspiring you to step outside. I mean, I'm God serious. They might as well be called inspiration. Because that's what a lot of these churches are. They done left they don't even talk about the Lord no more. I think I probably talk about the Lord more than they do. Yes, and the devil is everybody. We done left. I mean, not to mention everybody. I remember when I used to go to school, first thing in the morning, we'd have to pledge allegiance to the flag, of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Who didn't do that every morning? We had to pledge to the flag, right? I don't even know if these kids do this anymore, but God is taken out of everything, everybody, and this is why we are seeing the Democrats and Republicans going like this. Yeah. They took I mean, it's gone even out of the churches, everybody. The churches are so massive now that it's like a rock concert. And I remember even the church that I used to go to, um I went there was a couple Sundays where I didn't go, and this was many years ago. I don't go to church anymore. I've refused to go to church anymore. And I know it says in the Bible that we must congregate, but I would rather prefer congregating with myself than sit in with people that talk about others that don't go to church, okay? And they're just as big as hypocrites as the people that don't go to church. Okay, but anyhow, and so I went back to church and it looked like a rock concert. The walls were all blacked out. Now, I listen, I keep it real. The walls were all blacked out. There was smoke. There was big lighting on the floor. It looked like a rock concert. I almost fainted when I went back to church and they turned it around into a rock concert. We're living in dark times, everybody. Yes, the gospel to people problem. The problem is too many men see church as opportunity. Exactly. And I can remember, okay, a friend of mine, dear sweet poor friend, it's so sad. He said, and he lived in Chicago. He said, Tina, I went to church and to sit in the front to be near the pastor, you had to pay $500 to $1,000. I'm not mentioning this church's name. Badger said men are not called by God to preach. And he said you couldn't even get in the front, nowhere near the front of the sit near the pastor. And I'm not even going to say who this pastor is, and I know it's not Joel Osteen, but he's another one, right? But and he said that you had to put in a $500 to $1,000 in the offering just to be near the pastor. And this is disgraceful. And he said he had to sit way back into where, up in the bleachers, way high to where he couldn't even hardly see the pastor. Now, just like I said, everybody, these pastors are driving around in cars that you can't even imagine. I mean, this is sad. It really is sad. Yeah, Jesus is all right. Men who are not called by God. Bander says, Jesus is, Jamin says, what what Joel Easton did was shady. Yeah. But everybody, here's the thing. Joel Osteen followed the path of his father, okay? Which his father did preach the Bible. But when Joel Osteen took over, he flipped it around to not, talk about the father. He went to talk about motivation and and money making. And Joel Osteen, I know somebody that's obsessed with Joel Osteen, in my family, and buys the books and everything. And it's really sad, everybody, when we see these big churches flipping like this to make a profit. Do they love the Lord? Do they know anything about the Bible? Um, I really don't think so, everybody. I don't believe this because they don't even talk about the Lord. They don't say one thing about the Lord. Walk into any church, unless it's a little humble church, okay? That a little humble church will tell you about the Lord. They'll tell you what's in the Bible. But these big churches, they're nothing but money. They will teach you about inspiration, how to feel good. But they don't teach you what's in the Bible, to have you solve that problem of why you're feeling this way, right? And that's the big difference, everybody. When you go to a hometown church where you can feel the serum in your soul, when you can feel that serum in your soul, right? You know there's preaching about the Lord. But when you go to these big churches, they're so feel good and so inspiring and so motivating. Yeah, you're motivated. Your euphoria is motivated, but your soul is still hurting because they didn't touch your soul. They touched your exterior euphoria, right? Oh, there's John Paul. What the heck? He's back. Where'd you at? Where'd you go, John? We were trying to, Elon, we were just talking about you. Where were you at, Mr. Oil Man? So, that's the difference, everybody. Just like I said, I'm not swaying nobody one way versus the other, okay? But I just prefer not to go to church anymore because I see what it's about. And when I see, the pastors, and I'm not even going to mention any names, but when I see them all tore up from the floor up from drinking with my own eyes when I was coming out of the store, I just can't entertain it. I just pray on my own, at my own pace, at my own self. I mean, everybody got to pray in their own way, everybody. Yeah, get out here, my people. That's right. But see, nobody's trying to humble themselves anymore. That's the difference. Nobody's trying to humble themselves anymore. Jamin says the one thing that keeps me away from religion too. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, the last straw was, well, a friend of mine will introduce me to this church many years ago, and I used to go with her and her husband. But she wore this ponytail, um, hair fall, I guess. I don't know, child. Listen, right? And so she looked over at me and she's like, Tina, I'm so upset. She's like, they're making fun of my ponytail. And I said, who? And she said, those ladies. Now, these are old church ladies that have been going to the church for so many years. And I looked at them like you would not believe. They didn't play with me. And I told her, I said, this is sad when you got to sit and you've been coming to church Sunday, Wednesdays, right? Wednesday nights and everything. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, John, hold on a minute. John Paul says I was at my cousin John's place. John Bon Jovi. Okay, so here we go with John with his stories now, everybody. Hold on a minute. Oh God, okay. John, hold on a minute. Let me get back to real talk. I'll get to you, John. He went to his cousin John Bon Jovi's a bit shaky after me, and he. Oh yeah, John, you better stop all this. I know, but anyhow, yeah, he did save something. Ian says, go, yeah, your quiet place. Christianity is not about religion. It's about restoring and right relationships through Jesus Christ. But everybody, you gotta, like, there's people, like, I don't down anybody that believes in whatever they want to believe in. Everybody's gotta believe in what they want to believe in, everybody. There's people that believe in Buddha. I mean, I don't condone anybody. You believe what you want to believe. Whatever hits you and moves you in here, right, into your core of your soul, then that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But I can remember one time, the only people that really stroke me in a different way is people that say that they're atheists, because I've encountered atheist people. I have friends that are atheists, and I'm not lying to you. Every time something bad happens to atheist people, and I'm all for people believe whatever you want to believe, but on the other hand, don't call yourself an atheist and then something happened that something traumatic happened, and then you're sitting there. I witnessed this, and they're praying to God. They weren't praying to the devil, they were praying to God. Now, this was somebody that I know that was saying completely, always said they're atheist, but then when something happened, they were sitting there at this hospital, not Mr. Butch, and this ain't got nothing to do with this. They were actually sitting there. I looked at them, and they were sitting there praying to God. Now, every atheist that I know that something's ever happened to them, no joke, in their time and their hour of need, they never go to the devil. They always go to the Lord. Now, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just keeping that real. You know, I don't know how many atheists are on here. There's no offense to your religion, but I'm just saying, a lot of people that claim they're atheists, when the shit goes down the rabbit hole, all of a sudden, somehow or another, they're praying to God. You don't never see them. Never. I'm not lying to you. Even I've seen people on their bed of death, everybody, and swore up and down while they were living. Child, I'll break it down, that they were atheist. Come on their deathbed, and they're praying for salvation. They're praying for forgiveness. Right? Don't play with that, you know. Badger said no such thing as atheist. God has given 3 facts that testifies that he exists. Creation testifies to the existence of God. That's right. Oh, Elon saying hi, John Paul. See, Elon, he's back. He was at Bon Jovi's. Bon Jovi is apparently his cousin. Okay, come on now, sir. But he was at his cousin John Bon Jovi's. Okay, Badger 63 speaking truth. And God has placed his moral law in the hearts of people, and we all know we have done wrong. Well, of course, we're all sinners, everybody. We're all sinners. It's just different sin that we're doing, child. And the thing is, everybody, we gotta understand this thing here. Well, none of us are perfect. None of us will ever be perfect. I'm not perfect. I ain't never will be perfect in my whole life. Never we will never acquire the perfectness that we just can't. We just might as well do what we got to do, and live in this earth, and thank God that we've got what we got, right? Edging time. Okay, God has placed eternal in the hearts of all people, and we all know there is more than God came down in human form as we couldn't understand any other way, and God is energy as he runs through all things, including plants and such. And you know, and you're right, Elon. And you know, do you know, everybody, this this is so powerful, everybody. There's vibration in everything. Everything is living, everybody. You have no idea. Everything is a living creature on this earth. Do you realize rocks, like rocks that you wouldn't even think have no vibration at all? Everything is living. Everything has a vibration to it, everybody. No joke. Yeah, that's right. We all have frequency. It's all depends, like how you tap into it. A lot of people don't know how to tap into their frequency, and they just live, right? But I tap into my frequency, and I choose to live beyond what you can ever imagine. But there's some people that just can't tap into it. But everybody, everything has frequency. Our minds are so powerful. People go, Tina, how can you look so young in person and be 56 years old and blah blah blah. And I take it back to this, everybody. And I was able to tap into this very seriously, okay? Ever since this white light, remember I was trying to tell you, came upon my body when I was 7 years old. I was able to tap into this and tap into something that we all have, a mind, everybody. Your mind is so powerful. Can you imagine your mind and how powerful it is and what you can actually do with your mind? No lie. I could sit and talk about this all day because I've done amazing, incredible things with my mind. Yeah, we're all energy. And the energy, everybody, of thought. Because, okay, think about this thought, energy, your mind, okay? That's so powerful. And that all I really believe ties back into religion in some way. Because you got to believe to achieve something. You got to have that mental ability up here, right? It's in your mind, the frequencies. Like whatever you put in your mind, right? It's like this energy it's tapping into it, everybody. Have you ever seen someone that was so, they just thought their life was so down until all of a sudden they just, something hit them to where they tapped into like something, some type of frequency, and they just picked themselves up and they just ran with life, right? And they picked themselves up and they just did it, right? I can actually do that. Everybody, my mind is so powerful, you have no idea what I can do with my mind. I just keep that to myself. But your mind is so powerful that you can think of something and you can move it. If you can only believe, you have the power in your mind. You have no idea. Do you realize it's even in the Bible that if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, that you can move a mountain? Do you realize that is actually true? And nobody has that that capacity in your mind. That is even in the Bible. If you have faith as strong as a mustard seed, do you realize how small a mustard seed is? That much faith. If you have that much faith to move that mountain, do you realize you can do that? And nobody has, no one on this earth has been able to have that much faith that they can move a mountain. But if they did, it is literally in the Bible that they could move a mountain with their minds. God, so that is true facts, what I'm speaking here, everybody, about your mind. It's very, a mustard seed is so small. Now that is actually, can you imagine? So what are we riding on here, everybody? What the hell are we riding on? We're here saying we have faith, but obviously we ain't got enough of it. Because if you can move a mountain with um the faith of a mustard seed, I don't even know what we need to do. I mean, I'm being God serious. What do we need to do? Because a mustard seed is so small you can hardly see it. Noel says, what was the last mountain to move on this planet? What was the last mountain to move on this planet? I have no idea. But I mean, with our minds, we were in the Bible, it says, in our minds, we could move it. Has anybody here on this earth ever moved a mountain with their minds? Not even a monk has been able to do that. And you know, monks pray diligently, everybody, diligently. Monks pray so diligently that even they cannot even move that mountain. That's incredible. Elon says people are distracting us from how powerful we are, as so people can be controlling of us. Example, the government and such is distracting us. Of course, of course. And the thing is, the funniest thing is about the government, everybody, is the government is surpassed, not stupid. Because guess what? The government has figured out our minds, and how to manipulate our minds, it's beyond comprehension. They figured this out, everybody. The manipulating factor of the mind. You know what I mean? It's incredible. And I'm still, and you know, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying that they have figured this out, and they know how our minds are working. They know, and it's craziness. It's scary almost. Noel says he moved a mountain from in front of him and behind him once. Do you know how I did it? No, I don't. If you want to tell us. And then Jiman says, I feel like something big is coming. I have for a while. Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm very intuitive, everybody. I mean, I've helped people with so many things, privately, intuitively, and they couldn't even believe that I know this about them. And I feel like there is something big coming, but it's not going to hurt us. But there is something big coming, perhaps. There really is. But you just got to just live each day and not worry about that, because your mind is a powerful tool. If you sit and worry about something happening, it's going to happen, right? Yeah, Elon says, I feel like awakenings are going to be happening soon, very soon. Of course, that's what I feel. Oh, yeah, awakenings are happening. Everybody, we got to wake up to even what is happening. Like, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing, what we're gonna be awakened about, everybody. And you're not gonna believe what I'm gonna say next, because you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm not. And I'm God serious about what we are. Guess what my intuition says, and it's been saying for years what's going to happen, and it's actually happening, everybody. One of these days, everybody, and mark my words to this, because this is God's truth, and my intuition never failed me ever. One of these days, because we're going to be awakened by this, okay, which we're not going to be, many people are not going to be prepared for this, but it's already happening already. We're going to be awakened by something that we have never thought that we are going to, well, I've physically seen it with my eyes, but we're going to be awakened someday with something the government is not even going to be able to stop. And guess what that is? And I know you all are going to think I'm crazy and so on and so forth, but it's real. And guess what that is? We're going to be awakened with actually seeing aliens in the sky. And I know nobody wants to believe that. Everybody wants to live under a rock and not believe that I've seen this, everybody. I've seen an alien with my eyes. I don't give a damn if nobody don't believe me or not. I don't care. I've seen other things other than an alien that would shake you all, but I am not telling you on here, because it's here. They're here, you know. We're going to see this in the sky. And the thing is, with aliens, everybody, I've encountered this. I know the speed of the light that they can work at. Okay, I'm not a stupid woman. I've encountered this. I know what I've saw. I know what I've experienced. And the government is not going to be prepared for what we're going to see in the sky, and that is actually fleets of aliens. Because there is right now, there's a portal that is opened up. Okay, and I'm being God serious. My intuition says this. There's a portal that is opened up, and you cannot close it. It's not even possible to close this. And right now, we're actually, people are, if you look on, I encourage everybody after the show to look at a channel that's called Mr. MBB 333. And you are not going to believe what people are encountering right as we speak, that everybody's so afraid to talk about. It could very well, but there is a portal that is already opened. And you know what? I think it's really God wants us to see this, because we're not here alone, everybody. You got to understand, we're thinking we're humans, we're here alone. We don't, we're so afraid of the unknown here. And this is going to be our downfall. We're so afraid of the unknown, everybody. No, no, it's MR, Mr. MRMBB 333. You yeah, yes, yep. No, Mr. MMBB 333. 333s. Mr. MRMBB 333. Okay, so anyhow, so you wouldn't believe what's happening. These people send Mr. MBB all these videos from all over the world. Even here, every day they see things in the sky. I have actually seen things. But what I'm saying is we hear, where the government knows. The government knows, and they can't do anything, everybody. Why do you think when people see yes, right, Elon, that's it right there. Yes, absolutely. But why do you think when even pilots are filming something out of their the window of their airplane, and you're seeing these unidentified objects, that the government doesn't do anything? The government better not do anything, because guess what? I'm here to tell you that if the government would ever try to even remotely do something, we will see fleets of UFOs like we have never seen in our life. And this would be the end, because we would not be able to control this. Aliens have yes, and our world has really been off the chain here for the last exactly, Elon. I mean, it's been, oh yeah, oh definitely. I really believe them. I actually believe that family when they said that. I truly believe this. But the thing is, everybody, there's a portal opened, and this is how the aliens, they know more about us, everybody, than you can ever imagine in your life. They know so much about us. It's insane. And they are so far advanced than we could ever imagine. Do you realize the aliens move yes, you're right. There's a lot of yeah, I'm sure. I don't go on TikTok because that's a whole nother story. I'll talk about TikTok at another time. But but here's the thing with aliens, everybody. Now, I must say, when I encountered this alien, for one, I want to reassure all of you that no, it didn't try to eat me. As a matter of fact, it looked like it did not know. Yeah, a massive story. Yes, as a matter of fact, if I know now at 56 years old what I would know then, I would have actually been able to literally take this alien with me. I'm God serious, because it did not know where it was at. But the light in the movement of what these aliens can move in, we cannot comprehend. I am honest to God telling you this right now. They move in a speed of light so fast that our technology, Elon's technology, cannot even hold a candle to it. It is that serious. And I mean, it's really actually that scary. I know this to be true. I know this for fact. I've witnessed this with my eyes. I know this to be true. Okay. Their technology is scary. Their technology would, and I think that's why the government probably keeps it under wraps. And they keep going, oh, there's no aliens. Oh, now there is. They have, they're starting to come out and say that there's aliens. I feel like TikTok is going to be a part of the awakening. I'll get to TikTok in a minute and tell you what I truly think about TikTok, everybody. But but what I'm saying is, with the technology of the aliens, it's unshakable. But here's the thing. I've encountered there's good and there's evil, everybody. These entities, there's entities that are already here. okay? And they're masking themselves as humans, but they're not human, okay? They have skin, they're not human. I'm telling you the God's truth, okay? I'm telling you, and they're not nice. They're not nice. That's something different than an alien that has big eyes, right? A tiny, small mouth, right? That's something completely different. There's two sets of things going on here in our country, in our world, that's happening, especially right here in America. We've got two different things going on, which I've seen. I can testify to this with my eyes. The things that are here that are flesh covered. Let's just say this. Let me gingerly step to this, because I don't want to divulge that too much, because I'm telling you that would scare you. The 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 thing that is flesh covered is mean. I'm telling you, it's mean. Okay? Not bullshitting you. The aliens, big eyes, they're here, but necessarily not to even hurt anybody. This alien didn't hurt me, didn't eat me. As a matter of fact, I didn't even see any teeth. I was scared shitless. It didn't hurt me. Now, would they hurt somebody? I don't know. I've encountered it, but I didn't get hurt. Okay? But they are so incredibly, their technology is so unbelievable. It's unshakable, everybody. I'm not joking you. Their technology is off the chain. What they can do, and the speed of light, is, how can our government even comprehend that, everybody? Think about it. Elon, how can you even stop something like that? I mean, the government would be calling up Elon Musk saying, can you please help us? This is serious, because that's what they'd be doing. They couldn't handle this. They couldn't comprehend the magnitude of what, even Elon couldn't even stop it, everybody. I'm being God serious. This is Mr. Rocket Man. Even the technology and the speed of light that these aliens can move is unshakable. We could never, ever, ever be able to come up against aliens. Fleets of them. Are you kidding me? The government just goes like this. No joke. The governments go like this, everybody. They know that they're there, and they go like that, because if they would try to do something, do you realize we would not even, we would be done. We would be done. It's easier to go like this than to try to fight something like that. And I'm not joking you, because what they do in this like this, right? We cannot never comprehend. I'm telling you how fast they are. I'm telling you, for real God's truth. We can never, they're so far advanced. We can't hold a candle to this, everybody. We can't do it. Yeah. And then Elon says we're years away from getting the tech. Yeah, years away. Hopefully, years. Hopefully. I mean, we've got to do something, because the portal is opened, everybody. I am telling you God's truth. This portal is open. And and it's serious. And they're here, and they come here on a daily basis. The government knows this, but they go like that because what the technology is so incredible that it's scary. Oh my God. Space cats trying to borrow money. The idea of parasitics aliens freak me out. See, that's what I'm saying. Jaymon, that's why the government goes like this, because guess what? It freaks them out too. Do you realize, if you, when you go to Mr. MBB 333, do you realize that a spacecraft was hovering? I forget when it was, but if you go to Mr. MBB 333, do you realize it was down there by the White House? Did anybody do anything about it, everybody? There was one actually by the Pentagon. Did anybody do anything about it? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It went like this, everybody. Government went like this because they ain't trying to play with that. The technology is that advanced, everybody. I have had intuition ever since I was a little girl. And I know these things just from just my mind. And it's scary. It really, and that's why I really truly believe the government tries to shield the world from this from aliens, but they can't, they shouldn't do it because it's eventually, it's inevitable, everybody. I am telling you, I am warning you, it's inevitable that you will wake up one of these days and see these things just with your very eyes going in the sky, and there's absolutely nothing we are going to be able to do. Absolutely not one thing. Not one thing. Zero, zero. We better not even try to do one thing because we will be done, you know? And so you have to, come out and said aliens are real. I stopped believing in them. Oh, wait a minute. Who said it took me a while? Yeah. And it's reverse engineering. But I would pray to God. I think the only person actually that could truly get at this level is beyond, I mean, and I'm not just saying this because Elon's on here. I think the truly God's sake and truth of literally, it would be Elon to be able to do this. But they are so far advanced that I can't even imagine. I can't even say it because they move in a blink of an eye. How do we do this? Do we ever create anything that moved in a blink of an eye? Did you ever see videos of real videos of spacecrafts? They go like this, everybody. They go like this, and they stop on a dime, and then they go voop voop voop, and then they stop on a dime, and then they can just go up down over this. We ain't got nothing that could do that. Not one thing on this earth that could do that. Not one thing. What craft, what video shows same craft all over the world? Okay. Well, actually, what everybody's been seeing, I actually saw this with my own eyes. My friend Willa actually saw this with her own eyes. Nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop them. To be honest with you, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's to be God's truth. Nothing can stop them. And that's why the government, everybody goes like this. Seriously? No joke. Because they know that they can't stop them. And they know their technology is beyond the scope of what we can ever imagine. And the portal's open, and they're coming, and they're here. I've seen them. I've literally, I mean, I don't know what the hell they eat, but I mean, listen, I didn't want it to eat me, but I mean, they're here. Elon said he got a message from, I'm sure you did, Elon. I'm sure you did. I'm honestly sure you did get a message. I'm sure. I'm almost certain. But I'm literally probably almost certain that you did. Because the thing is, they can't handle it. That's why they go like this, everybody. Or they'll be calling you at some point in time. Because when they see this, well, they see it. They see it, everybody. They see this. If you go after this show, I encourage you to go to Mr. MBB33, and they will, and there's people have videos that live right down in Baltimore and right down here that actually have video of this, real video. Like that, you know? Elon said his phones keep ringing. But um but see, the thing is, everybody, um the aliens, my intuition says they're so curious about our lives here on earth that um they're just as much curious about us as we are them, to believe it or not, you know. And so it's a shame that we can't, like, tap into each other's frequency, you know what I mean? Like, to get to know one another, because eventually we're going to have to, everybody, because it sounds scary, but eventually we're going to have to figure out something, because when we start looking up and the government can't do anything about it, and these spaceships are coming, and let me tell you something, everybody, I saw something where they were in groves. How are we ever going to, what would we do if we saw something like that, right? Yeah, but I think not so much a way to fight, but a way to try to get along, right? Because I think fighting is just, we don't want to do that with them. We don't want to fight with aliens. We really don't. We want to understand them as much as they want to understand us. I think aliens know more about us than we they know about us. They are elevated to the next level of everything. They know everything about us. We just don't know everything about them. And so instead of fighting, I wish we could try to when this happens, right, that we can try to look at one another and go, you're different, we're different, but let's look at each other like that, right? Instead of, you know what I mean? Seriously. And space, how much would you pay for them if you say, I don't even, if you're saved, just have nothing to, hold on a minute, let me look at my comments, everybody. My cat went out of soda and I saw a UFO and my cat disappeared. Oh, child. Okay. But I am not all of us. God would tell. Exactly, Elon. And that is true. God does not show and tell all of us the same thing at all, everybody. Because if he did, then, no, he doesn't show and tell us all everything. Absolutely not. Because there's people that can't even handle a lot of things, as we see, with different things that they're going through. God can't. He only shows certain people what they need to see and what they need to know, right? So, I mean, and just like I said, everybody, we gotta look at, there's more out there than just us. Yeah, everything happens for a reason, everybody. Everything. And so this is how the epic, something epic, like a person was saying, I forget who it was saying about, they feel like something big is going to happen, and something, epic. It really is. And that is really the aliens, everybody. That's the epic thing that is going to happen, that is going to happen before our eyes, that we are not going to be able to control at all. Somebody's asking Elon what's the reason. He doesn't know. So much more than possessions and money. And aliens don't think like we do, everybody. You got to understand. I have tapped into all of this. Aliens aren't thinking like we do. Trust me. They're not thinking like we do. We think about money. We think about possessions. They don't think like that. And that's the big difference, right? Oh, my skin is cold. No says something big already happened, and there is a sad fact. They couldn't breathe or air, they would die. No, I'm not. I'm not. Hey, I know what I saw, and it wasn't gasping for air, if you know what I'm saying. What I saw was not gasping for air at all, everybody. So let's just maybe see there. You got to understand, everybody. There's different elements to aliens. Okay, like there's different realms. Okay, there's some that like can't be on this earth because they can't handle our air, this and that. We can't, just like we couldn't handle wherever they're at, right? So but what I'm saying to you is what I saw wasn't gasping for air. Okay, just trust and know it was not gasping for air. So there are various types of aliens out there, and it's not just the mode of, like, okay, when you saw what was it, Mexico, that showed these little aliens that were in this box, that's not what I saw. That ain't what I saw. That's, to me, that's just fakery right there. I'm sorry, I'm just keeping it bluntly real. My intuition said that's complete fakery. I didn't see that type of alien. Okay, the alien I saw was tall. Okay, it was not gasping for air. No, no. Okay. um Okay. Notice this: people of our times aren't worthy of ancestors. Yeah. And then, and everybody, there's another thing that we don't talk about either that is actually happening. And I've actually saw these type of people also, everybody. And we're not even thinking about this, which is so real. And this, they're here every day on our earth. And guess what that is, everybody? Time travelers. Do you realize time traveling is actually real? It is beyond real. Time traveling and time travelers are so real that you cannot even make this stuff up. It is very real. Yes, it is so real. There are true time travelers. Yes, it's real. It's God serious real, everybody. And we overlook time traveling and time travel portals. There's also time travel portals, everybody. And they're all over the world. Time travel portals. Didn't you ever hear of, like, if you watch different history channels and stuff like that, right? You will hear pilots say that they got stuck in something, and they were like dazed, and they did not even know where they were at for hours and hours upon hours. And it's like they've done time traveled somewhere. I mean, time traveling is very real. It really is. It really is. And people time travel. They're here. Time travelers are here, you know, and they don't even know why the hell they're here. They're stuck back in another time, another era, another space, another day. It's incredible what our world is made up of, the makeup of what's happening now. Now, back in the day, see, since portals are opening, okay, there's so many portals that are opened anymore, that back in the olden days, right, this has been going on for forever and a day. It's just now, like, we're realizing all this stuff's happening. But believe it or not, this has been actually going on for many, 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 many years. But they didn't even have the technology back then to even know what was going on. There was time travelers back then. They encountered aliens back then, right? It's incredible. But they did not have this amazing technology that we have now. And people looking at the sky, they're looking at the moon, they're looking at the stars, they're looking at everything, right? When we all got cell phones, we got telescopes, we've got things that they didn't have back in the day that, people just didn't have, unless you were rich to have a telescope, or, and there's definitely not cell phones. So this is why now it's so prevalent that everybody is seeing these things, because we have so much technology now than back then. We're all awakening now, even kids. Oh yes, even children are amazing at and the thing is, everybody, and I don't want to scare too many people with too much stuff, because my knowledge and my mind is so tapped into aliens and things like that. Do you realize, do you believe, and this is the truth, do you believe me when I say this, and my intuition says it's so strong? Aliens are very in tune with children. They're very in tune with children, and certain children. I'll tell you a story, okay? And this is a true story. Um, I was vending at this one place, right? And a mom and a daughter walked up to my stand, and I had a little angel at my stand, right? I never in my whole life saw a child have so much power in her body. I've never seen this, and I'm telling you the God's truth if I'm sitting here on this couch. The little girl comes up, she looked real mean, like she was a cute little girl, and she wasn't friendly. Her mom was with her. She saw the angel that was sitting on my table, at my products, and she looked at that angel like this, and she lifted the angel up. She took her eyes off of it, and the angel dropped. She looked at me real evil. The little girl looked at me like this, real evil. And her mom's like, come on, honey, come on. And they walked away. I witnessed this with my own eyes. I've never seen a child in my whole life have so much power in her body. And the mother did not know how to handle it. And it takes me back to when I was a little girl. I knew how to do things also. And my mom and dad never even knew that when that white light hit me. I tried to tell my mom that, and she didn't believe me. And ever since that white light, and the little girl reminded me so much of how I knew how to do things when I was little, and I never told anybody. But this little girl actually came to my stand, lifted my angel up, and dropped my angel down with her eyes. She looked at that angel really, really mean. Really mean. I mean, she had the meanest look on her face for a little child. And she focused, laser focused on that angel, and it hovered. It actually hovered, and it dropped. No lie. And the mother walked her away from my stand. God's truth. I've never seen a child with so much power in her body. And her own mom knew, because her mom couldn't control what was happening with this child, and the forces that were in her child's body, you know. But the aliens have, certain children, aliens really do have some type of hold on them. And I'm not lying to you. I don't want to scare people, and I don't want to do that. But even when I was younger, and this white light came over my whole body, I've always been intuitive. I've always knew everything that was going on in the realms of aliens and this and that, and I never told anybody, because I grew up in Sunnyside, where people didn't think like that. And but this little girl was damn near close to what I can actually do. And my mind is powerful, everybody. I don't tell people that, but it is. But she was really young, and she was no joke for a child. I've never seen any child in my God's life that had power this little girl had. She literally focused on that angel and picked it up midair, and it dropped down, slammed it. Yes, she did. And right in front of my eyes too, because she knew that my intuitive ability is so strong also. She knew that. And I think she was trying to challenge my intuitiveness also, because I mean, people like that, when you're that intuitive, people that are intuitive, your minds meet, and our minds met. I know this girl had even though she was a little child, she was beyond powerful. And she's out there. This little child is, can you imagine the power this little girl has? At my stand, she picked that angel up and dropped it down. No lie. She focused on it and picked it up, and it was hovering, everybody, and it dropped. God be serious, God be truth. But who knows, about this little child, and what you know what I mean? Her mother couldn't even. Her mother ushered her away, right away from my stand. Michael Wade, am I telling the truth or not? Michael Wade was right. Michael Wade. It was. I'm not even going to tell you where the place was, but you ask Michael White if you don't believe me. He was my co-host, and I actually, and this happened at somewhere that he knew where this was at. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think God's trying to tell all of us something, everybody, and we're not listening. Because here's the thing, everybody, you got to figure God's trying to tell us something, but people aren't listening because guess what? Guess what? A lot of people are on drugs. A lot of people are alcoholics, and they're trying to take away the pain of something, and they're not focusing on the realness of what God's trying to tell us, because they're medicating themselves, they're on drugs, they're on drink, they're mentally ill. There's so many things, and this is why so much stuff is going around and happening. A lot of people just aren't in tuning in with it. It's happening everywhere around them, but they're not even aware. They're not even aware of it because they're just not supposed to, I think. Yeah. Noel says, Elon, your weird awakening is being now right here in this chat information. I mean, you either believe me or you don't. I'm not, beating you over the head to believe me. I'm a very intelligent woman. I wouldn't lie to none of you. I mean, what I've experienced, I tell you the truth, I wouldn't I wouldn't lie to all of you. But here's the thing, what's happening now, everybody, is nobody looks up anymore either. There's so many things that go on up in the sky, but nobody looks up because guess what? Guess what we're doing? Our heads are down all the time. Our heads are down. Looking at cell phones, this and that. A fucking alien could be, a spaceship could have went over your head, but you're too busy looking down at your cell phone. It's craziness. There's a lot of things going on up there, but nobody is looking up there except a few of us are, right? So a lot of people are going like this. And so that's why the things are just going over their heads. Is the higher power Elon Musk? Oh my word. Something different grabs me every time. Well, hey Tina, people looking down on cell phones, it's your bread and butter. No, I'm not. I'm not saying it in a realm of, hold on a minute. Now listen to what I'm saying, everybody. It's okay to look down at your cell phone. You're right. But take the time to look up in the sky and see what's going on, is what I'm saying. Just take a couple minutes to observe the sky. Take a couple minutes. You know what I do at nighttime? This is no joke. Late at night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll go outside and look at the sky. The dark sky. I'll go out at night and just look at the sky. You wouldn't believe what you see in the sky late at night, right? Nobody doesn't do anything like that. Oh my God. Someone says, I like an hour with you, Mama. And it's all dark. Oh my. And everybody, I was thinking about something also, because has anybody noticed this, or is it just me? Um, I noticed that the sun is not looking like the sun. As a matter of fact, the sun looks like a big flashlight. Has anybody ever noticed that the sun does not even look like the sun? Everybody, come on now, think about it. Mm, you've noticed it? Yeah. There's something, okay, with the sun, everybody. The sun it's looking quite different. Okay, everybody. There's something about the sun that is not real anymore. And it could be the government tinkering with stuff because you know just various things that are going on with the sun. But there's something not right about the sun, everybody. If you notice, it's almost like it's a flashlight in the sky, and it's on a timer, right? And so it just doesn't look normal. It's burning your skin real fast, okay? I'm a vendor. I vend my skincare and cosmetics, and my skin was never so burnt. I mean, like instant tan, like boom, like that. Um, there's something just not right with the sun right now that's going on. It hasn't been for years, everybody. There's something completely different going on. Um, you get an instant tan, and you walk outside, you're instantly, it didn't give you time to even, put a little My Beauty in a Bottle cream on. I mean, there's something going on actually with the sun. It's not right. And the government, I think, has tinkered with the sun. Perhaps my intuition said it could be even some type of reflection, but there's something not right. And I think it looks like a flashlight. If you think about it, it looks like a flashlight in the sky, everybody. You just don't know. Yeah. And even, people are saying their plants are growing, they're growing abnormal, and things are just not right. If you look on Mr. MBB later on, you will actually see that. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, yes. Oh, my word. And here's the thing, everybody. Um, like in Dubai, right? They have the highest ratio of billionaires, okay, in Dubai, okay? And so in Dubai, it's dry. It does not ever rain, right? And so what the billionaires, some of the billionaires do is they have the weather manipulated to where it actually rains. And if you can recall, I think it was just last year, or even was it this year? Um, where it rained so bad in Dubai that, I mean, there was flooding because they were not used to that kind of rain. And I tell you, it's because the billionaires, well, you don't know which ones they are, but when they want it to rain, they will have something. There is um a testing lab and stuff like that um in Dubai, actually, that tests, rain and this and that. I forget what it's called. Is it Noah? Yeah, yeah. Well, it's something, but it is there. But they do activate. If they want it to rain, they can make it rain. But here's the thing, it's not used to usually rains there. So when it did, it caused a massive flood, and it was really, really bad. It was really bad because they're not used to it. But you got to be careful. People tinker with weather all the time. I mean, even here in the United States, they tinker with our weather. The government tinkers with our weather. Just doing experiments and this and that. We don't know what the hell's all going on, everybody. We're just one big experiment. Well, what's going on with you two? What's happening here? Well, I don't understand what you guys are fighting about. That it just disappears completely. The sun actually has, yes, the sun, Elon is right. The sun has holes in it, everybody. And the holes are opening up, as a matter of fact. And the holes, and that's what I wanted to say, actually. The sun has holes in it, okay? And so these holes, everybody, the filter and the UV rays, with these holes are getting so big that it's burning everything. You know what I'm saying, right? It's true. Yes, there is big holes, is what I wanted to say. I'm sorry. Yes, the moon is active. The moon, I mean, the moon is even weird, everybody. Everything is acting weird right now. The moon, the sun, hell, even the stars are even not even right. And you don't even know what stars versus what is drones actually anymore. And it could be portals actually. Oh Lord Noah, oh my gosh, you aren't even, child, you just better wake up. You're doing too much. You are way out there. Oh my God. Lake Polo Mints, or oh my Lord Jesus, we can't talk to people like that. But yes, the sun has these massive holes in it, everybody, and maybe the government is trying to experiment and block the rays are so harmful. Okay, so I mean, who knows? And that's why the sun looks weird and this and that. I mean, who knows? I mean, just who knows? Because the holes are really getting massive. Ah, Noel said, who else says the aliens live on? Oh my God. Jesus, take the wheel. It could be portals. I mean, we just don't know because right now everybody. Well, here's the thing with the Chinese government, everybody, that my intuition says about the Chinese government. And listen, I mean, I've been intuitive ever since I was 7. But with the Chinese government, everybody, their technology is so, they have advanced technology, honestly, that we don't even have right now. And it's incredible. We cannot underestimate them. They have advanced technology. They're trying to manipulate everything. I mean, they just are, everybody. And you got to be careful. And this takes me back to TikTok. TikTok, unfortunately, I am scared to death to get on there. Um, do you realize that if you were on TikTok, everybody, um, they have your information. They know where you live. They know what you do. And what they do is, if you have like, if you put if you have an online store or you're selling your products on TikTok, right? 9 times out of 10, they're going to take your highest product that sells the most and replicate that. Okay, you got to be real careful with TikTok. A lot of people are gaga if it's owned by someone from the US, then I will get on it, but not how it's owned right now. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. Hi, Sushi. How are you? Thanks for coming on again. Hello. There's lights on everything. But Jiman says they say Earth core is spinning backwards now. I don't know about all that. Because if I don't know about that, you would have to ask Elon about something like that. I don't really know about that, but if it was, we'd feel something real deep. If it was spinning backwards. Yeah. Tina, Google this light found in on Searcher is a dwarf planet just passing Mars. I will Google that. Thank you. But anytime I mean, I'm not no scientist. I'm just okay. I'm just go by my intuitive notion. But if this was spinning, if it was spinning backward, right? And having that effect of going backward, we would feel something so intense that we would feel sick. So I don't really I don't know. You have to ask Elon that. I don't know. But I would assume that we would feel really, really sick if something was. Don't believe half that stuff, okay? Well, the world is between light and dark, and it's always been like that because the light and dark is evil and good. Do you understand that? Light and dark, it's evil and good. It's always been like that ever since the evolution of man, light and dark, evil and good. So that it's always been like that, and it always will be like that until the earth ends. And it's just, it really will. No one says, are you beyond politics? Elon, you are like Dr. Manhattan at this stage? I'm not sure either. It's going to even get, it's gonna, it's gotten worse, though. Something's gotten worse, everybody. There is something seriously getting worse with the sun, the moon, the stars. It's like everything is really getting worse. If you be honest with you, I'm God serious. You don't know what you're looking at when you're looking up at this. Big bosses until Jesus comes back, right? Read the Bible. Yeah, because we can theorize everything all day long. Oh, there's more people waking up daily so much about things that are happening, because this is what I was saying. The reason why is because we have such advanced technology now that everybody has cell phones. People have high powered binoculars. I mean, people are looking, do you know what I'm saying? So everybody's more aware now than back in the olden days where there was no cell phones. People could see, people saw this, people saw aliens, people saw time travelers, people saw these things, but they didn't know how to express it other than talk to each other about it because the technology was not there, right? No, gosh. Yeah, it's a fact. Yeah, I saw a wormhole once, so I just had to throw. Oh my gosh. But everybody, it is past. We're nearing 2 hours here in the show. Do you realize on the channel we're nearing 2 hours? No goodness. Good morning, Joy Anto. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Something massive will be happening before the end of this year. I believe it. I mean, my intuition says it probably won't, there's nothing massive will happen before the end of this year. Um, I just, I can't see it like before the end of this year, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who only knows, We can only keep our minds open. I keep seeing, this person says they keep seeing 10, 20, 23 everywhere. I don't know. That could be a sign that only you need to see. I'm sure. Well, I think by the end of this year, everybody, we'll know something about the alien life. I mean, I know you probably thinking, Tina, you're goddamn crazy, but no, I'm not. Everybody, I am God serious. Mark my words on this. This is very serious. What's happening? The portal is open. It's opened. Everybody, nobody can close that ever. What is opened is opened. It's uh, you know it's opened, and honestly, Lord, the government knows this. They cannot nowhere near close this. Elon Musk cannot close this. Nobody on this earth can close this. It is opened. It is exposed. And so probably, by the end of the year, who knows what we're going to encounter? Who knows what we're going to see? But I think that when it comes to alien life, we cannot go at this with our fist, everybody. We cannot go at this in a way if we ever, which we will. My intuition says we will literally see fleets in the sky in the daylight, and it's true. We cannot go at this with fighting because these aliens are curious about us and we're afraid of them. It's a shame. It really is. We gotta this stuff is crazy, but there's so much stuff going on right now. It's hard to even comprehend. I can't sit and tell all of you because it's hard to explain. It's hard for a person that doesn't understand aliens or anything like, it's hard to explain, tell all of you this stuff. It's really hard. Yeah. Well, when you look up to the sky, um, no, Elon can't close it. But the thing is, when we look up to the sky now, everybody, right? Have you noticed that um the sky at nighttime is filled with stars? Like no, like I mean, just it's filled. You got to understand, there's something strange going on with that. I mean, we've got, and they're moving around, like, think about it, everybody. They're really not just stars, everybody. There's more to that than meets the eye. Um, just like I said, I get up in the middle of the night and I walk outside and I look at this stuff and I observe it. And the stars are doing strange things, everybody. Look, I urge you and encourage you one night to just go outside and look up at the sky and see what these stars are doing. They're doing weird stuff. They're going like this. Come on now. What is that, everybody? Stars aren't moving like this and this and this. Wake up, everybody. Wake up to what is really above your head. Wake up, because the government knows. They just go like this because what can they do? Yeah, the dark blue daytime skies. Yeah. And they are fleets, is what I'm saying. They are actually fleets, everybody. They're fleets of aliens. Um, Actually, just like I said, once this video ends, please, everybody, I swear to you, you need to go to Mr. MBB333 and you will see all the stuff that people have actually taken video of, fleets of aliens. You know, I mean, real life stuff it's not made up stuff. Mr. MBB checks everything out 100%. And you can, this stuff is real, everybody. This, and you see fleets, and see, we're at nighttime, okay? If you look at the sky, you can really see there are fleets up there. You look way up there, you can see this, okay? They're moving, okay? But no, nobody wants to believe that, because everybody wants to believe it's stars. Stars, no. Come on now. Come on. We would wish, but it doesn't work like that, Bishop. Unfortunately, it does not work like that with aliens, because it doesn't, they don't, it doesn't work like that. Like, they would see the mess. You would think they would see this mess on earth and go, I never want to go there ever. These people are crazy. They're fighting one another, this and that. It doesn't work like that. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't work like that. It's not even nowhere near like that. Oh, there's fleets. Oh my God, there's fleets of aliens. We would lose our minds if we only knew what was above our head at nighttime, moving around. There's fleets, everybody. There is actual fleets of aliens. I mean, fleets, literally. Yeah. But, just like I said, everybody, we're going into 2 hours on this show. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to, thank you for your thumbs up, everybody. And don't forget, just, well, I'll see you tomorrow, Lord willing, right here at around the same time. That's right. No, they can't stop us from being awakened by God. No one can. And that's, life, everybody. That's the beauty of life. And not, and when we think about, I mean, even, I mean, there's just so much stuff that going on. We can talk about this for all night, hours in a day. I mean, it's that unbelievable, everybody. I wish, I mean, you know there's a lot going on. The government can't stop us from being awakened. Yeah. Well, Once we're awakened by, you know, and it depends what kind of awaken. I mean, because I don't know about that, because the government controls so many things, right? And you know that, Elon, they control so many things, so much stuff. But one thing the government cannot control, um, is the aliens. They cannot control that. And I am God serious. The government cannot control that. They can try. You know, when aliens, when you see alien crashes, right? Or somebody, um, you know, or there's alien crashes. There is alien crashes, actually. But when the government gets a hold of that wreckage and everything, right? Yes, they can control that wreckage, but they cannot control aliens themselves. They cannot do that. They cannot control aliens themselves. You know what I mean? But aliens are so powerful that, believe it or not, they can control us, because they have supersedingly more power than we do. Why do you think when some people, everybody, um, get actually abducted by aliens, they have no control over even running away from them or getting away from them? And actually, when I saw the alien, I was really thinking, okay, well, you know, really seriously, I was thinking, I didn't see, you know, I was in woods, but so I knew, I mean, come on now. But when people get abducted, that's why they have no control. Think about it. They have no control, because the power that these aliens have is incredible. Can you imagine? So the government, it can't do anything either. The government cannot do nothing to these aliens, to alien life. They can't do anything. And that's why when people report fleets of aliens or see things, and nobody does anything, that's because they don't want to stir up anything, because we're not capable of handling what would be the ramification, right? If we would do something to these, to a spaceship or something, we wouldn't know the ramification. It would be bad. It would be bad. Just best to go like this. Seriously, it's that bad. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Yeah. But see, it's a dimension that we can't even comprehend, everybody, because we can't comprehend it in our minds. We really can't. It's insanity. Yes, it is. It's so insane that our government, our own government, cannot even, they can't do anything. We couldn't do nothing about it. Oh my God, yeah, they do. Of course they do. Of course they do. I was telepathically, you know, this alien that I saw was telepathically reading my mind, literally. Absolutely. Oh, yes, they're very telepathic. They know. Well, I love you, everybody. We are rolling into, I mean, seriously, 2 hours of this. This is, I mean, this talk can go on. I don't even know how long you can go on YouTube, but yeah, that's true. That's right. That's right. We can't imagine, everybody. We can't. We cannot imagine. That's why, like, eventually, right? Eventually, when we actually do with our own eyes, everybody in the world, when we're able to see this, right? And see these aliens and these fleets with our own eyes, right? This is why we're not going to be able, we need not to fight fire with something that we ain't got no fire to even fight with. We ain't got the power to do it. We're not going to be able to stop it. We're not going to be able to control it. We're not going to be able to. That is why we must, when we see these things, we cannot let it go crazy. We cannot be scared, because if we get scared um, of what these aliens and what their power is, we're done. We're physically done. We are done. Oh yeah, all news. Oh my God, the news agencies will be done lost their minds. They'll lose their minds. They would, because they would lose their minds, because yes, they would see it. And it's serious. But everybody, I mean, it is winding down. I mean, it's winding. It's over 2 hours of real talk on here, and Hazard is laughing his ass off. But it's, listen, this is real talk, everybody. You want to come to a channel that has no bullshit? You're in the right spot, right? Especially the president, yeah. Especially the president, everybody. So, but that being said, everybody, I mean, we just gotta stay woke, as they say. I guess, what is that? Stay alert, or or do we stay awoke, or do we stay alert? Thank you. Stop back tomorrow, everybody, because you know what would you do, everybody? I mean, maybe that would be something for tomorrow. What would you do? You know, if if you actually walked out your door and saw those fleets, what would you do? Would you be scared and run back in? Would you observe? Right? What would you do? Thank you. I love you, everybody. But have a blessed night, and I'll see you when I see everybody. Tomorrow is a whole new day, right? Seriously, tomorrow's a new day. It's a new way, everybody. We can't, we're spilling out juice. Sushi, bye, honey. Bye. Bye. Love yous, everybody. Elon, everybody have a blessed night. Everybody, don't forget to come back tomorrow at around the same time. And let's pray for Mr. Butch, that everything will be fine, that we can get him on live with us tomorrow. So I'm just gonna see what we can do and see what's going on with this phone, so that Mr. Butch can come on live with us. What? Elon said, I will donate whenever I can. Just do donations. To what, Elon? What are you donating to? But everybody, I love all of you. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for having an open mind, a broad mind, to listen to everybody, all of us, and our opinions about stuff, right? And, thank you for that. That's really neat. Oh, Elon. But I love yous, everybody. And just like I said, we're not the only ones in this world, right? We're not the only ones here, and we got to understand that we're not the only ones. And and with not being the only ones, I mean, when we see something like, okay, and really quickly, because I there's more talk for tomorrow, right? When we, like, do you remember the story of, like, these people that saw these creatures in their backyards and stuff like that? And nobody wanted to really believe them. Believe these people when they're saying this. They're not lying, everybody. This is something that the government is going like this and make, you know what I mean? Because they don't even know, right? And it's no offense to the government, because how they don't even know what to do, and how to respond to aliens being right here on our earth. They don't even know what to do. So you can't really even blame the government, because they don't even know what to do. But when people see these things or experience these things, like back in the day, do you realize people would go to jail for this? Everything, right? People, seriously. Come on now. These people are telling the truth. But tomorrow is another day. Bye, Elon, baby. Love you. I love you, everybody. Are you all coming back tomorrow? It's different talk, everybody. We got a new, come back tomorrow, everybody. I love you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I love you so much. Thank you for all your likes. That's what builds the channel. Thank you for caring about Mr. Butch. We send in peace, love, and prayers to Mr. Butch. Um, and tomorrow is a new day, everybody. It's a new day of endless possibilities for each one of us, right? It's a new day to open our minds up to learn something new, whether it's about space, whether it's about time, whether it's about travel, whether it's about our world. We got to start learning things, everybody. We got to stop being so naive about our world. We got to stop being so naive about space. We've got to stop being so naive when it comes to aliens. We got to stop being afraid of the unknown. And we really do, because eventually we got to see these things with our eyes, right? And so if we're so afraid, we got to open up our minds, everybody, and we got to learn, and we got to, so if I can teach anybody just one thing or something, then I am so grateful. But I love all of you, and I'll see you when I see you. I love you. Have a blessed night. Have a blessed tomorrow, and I'll see you when I see you.